what is cut, make, and sew?
Cut, make, and sew, well, cut, make, and trim. Make is the same as sew. They're used independently. The function of cutting the garments according to the patterns and the markers, the function of sewing the garments, okay, and who's supplying which trim items, which are the components. And again, it depends upon how one is used to doing business. There may be cases where a manufacturer not only buys their goods, but they do their own cutting. And then they would send the cut pieces out to a contractor who would provide sewing. Then that contractor may also supply the thread. So that would be sewing and thread only. Cut, make, and thread is if someone is cutting the garments, sewing them, and supplying the thread. Cut, make, and trim is cutting, making, which is sewing, and supplying the various trim items. And then it also doesn't have to be all or nothing. You could decide who's going to supply which trim items. For example, there may be pieces that go into the garment which are specially made, and you need to buy minimums and quantities, so the client may want to supply that as opposed to a generic item like a thread or a button, or you may have a logo button that the client would have the right to buy, and they have the intellectual property to have their own Ralph Lauren buttons made. I can do that, but I would need to have permission of the people who have the intellectual property rights.
Gotcha.